Faith in God is a profound belief, trust, and reliance on His existence, nature, and promises, even when there is no physical evidence or immediate proof. It goes beyond intellectual acceptance and involves a deep personal relationship with God. Faith shapes how believers view the world, make decisions, and respond to challenges. It is central to the teachings of many religions, particularly Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, each emphasizing trust in God's sovereignty, guidance, and love. Key aspects of faith in God. 1. Belief in God's existence. Faith begins with the conviction that God is real, eternal, and actively involved in the universe, even though He is invisible. In Christianity, for instance, believers trust that God is revealed through His creation, the Bible, and Jesus Christ. This belief often requires overcoming doubt or the need for tangible proof, embracing the idea that God's ways transcend human understanding. Isaiah 55:8-9. 2. Trust in God's character and promises. Faith involves trusting God's nature, His goodness, love, justice, and mercy. Believers hold onto the promises God has made in sacred texts, such as His assurance of salvation, provision, and eternal life. Even in the face of trials, faith gives confidence that God's plan is good and will ultimately come to fulfillment. Romans 8:28. 3. Dependence on God's guidance. Faith requires surrendering control and relying on God's wisdom, even when life circumstances are confusing or difficult. Believers turn to prayer, scriptures, and spiritual practices to discern God's will, trusting that He will lead them along the right path. Proverbs 3:5-6. Faith means acknowledging human limitations and believing that God's knowledge is perfect, providing peace even in uncertainty. 4. Obedience and perseverance. True faith is not passive. It motivates believers to live according to God's commandments. This involves making choices that align with God's principles, even when they are difficult or unpopular. For example, faith might call someone to forgive others, act justly, or endure suffering with hope. Hebrews 11 highlights examples of faithful individuals, such as Abraham and Moses, who obeyed God's instructions despite not seeing immediate results. Hope in the unseen. A hallmark of faith in God is believing in things not yet seen or experienced. Hebrews 11:1 describes faith as the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. This means faith allows believers to live with hope and joy, trusting that God's promises will be fulfilled. Even if they are not realized in the present moment, it enables people to persevere through hardships, trusting in a future they cannot yet see. 6. Faith in God's saving grace. In Christianity, faith is essential for salvation. Believers are called to trust, not only in God's existence, but also in the redemptive work of Jesus Christ. This involves believing that Jesus' life, death, and resurrection offer forgiveness for sin and the promise of eternal life. Ephesians 2:8-9 states, "For by grace you have been saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of God, not of works, lest anyone should boast." Faith, therefore, is not just intellectual assent, but a wholehearted acceptance of God's grace. 7. Testing and growth through trials. Faith is often tested in difficult circumstances. Believers may experience suffering, loss, or unanswered prayers, yet faith encourages them to trust that God remains present and in control. James 1-2-3 teaches that the testing of faith produces perseverance and spiritual growth. Faith does not eliminate difficulties, but offers strength to endure them with hope and trust in God's ultimate purpose. 8. Community and encouragement. Faith is also nurtured within a community of believers. Gathering with others who share the same faith strengthens individuals, offering encouragement and support during difficult times. The faith community plays a crucial role in helping believers grow spiritually, providing accountability, and reminding one another of God's promises. Conclusion: faith in God is a dynamic and transformative force that shapes every aspect of a believer's life. It requires more than belief. It calls for trust, obedience, and perseverance. Faith equips believers to walk confidently through life, knowing that God is with them, guiding their steps, and fulfilling His promises. Even when circumstances seem uncertain or difficult, it fosters hope in the unseen, empowering people to live with purpose, love, and courage, regardless of life's challenges. Through faith, believers develop a deeper relationship with God, experiencing His presence and grace in both joyful and trying times.